Hey, good morning, Math 8 students. Today's Khan Academy is called Estimating Slope of the Line of Best Fit. So you need to estimate what is the slope of a line that would best fit these dots over here. You're going to notice I've already added two red dots to it. So kind of two dots located, which kind of best represents how this slope of these dots is kind of going up. So if I were to actually draw a line of best fit for something like this, it might actually look something like, not quite like that. Let me adjust that a little bit. So it might actually look something like, about, not quite perfect. Let's see here, let's go about there. Yeah, something like about there would look pretty good. So you notice how the dots for the most part are right around it. I know we have a couple outliers here, but for the most part, that would probably be our line of best fit. So what I did is I put on two red dots here so we could figure out our slope. And then once we know our slope, we can come over here and answer the question. So do you notice on this one how, and let me see if I can change color on this line so don't get confused here. You notice on this first red dot here that I picked, that it is approximately at $40,000 per year, and you notice that's over here at about 1,000. The next dot over here is at about a little more than 50,000, but we're just estimating, so we'll say it's about 50,000, and that's over about 1,400. Okay, so remember that our slope is our rise over our run. Rise over run is the change in your y coordinates over the change in your x coordinates. Well, how did our y coordinates change in this one? You probably notice from 1,000 to 1,400, they went up like 400. Okay, so we take that number, we put that on the top, and then to go from $40,000 to $50,000, notice that these are $40,000 to $50,000. It went up, what's that, 10,000? So every time we go up 5,000, so every time this goes up 5,000, about how much does our rent go up? Well, if it went up $400 for 10,000, then 5,000 was half of 10,000, so half of 4,000 is about 200. So our answer for this one would be C, 200 right there. Okay, so it's half of that. So it went up 400. Is this one up 10,000? Went up 400. If it had only gone up 500 or half of that, and we can even drag a dot here. Let's drag this little dot right there that I made by accident. Oops, too big. Oh, that looks way better there. So if I had dragged this, gone up to 5,000, that may have been about right there. And notice as it went up 500 this way, it went up 200 that way. So it's going up 200 for every 5,000. Pretty simple. Okay, let's do one more example. You can see I did another one where I have kind of some dots. Let's kind of make a line of best fit for this one. So you can kind of see how that looks. You can kind of see how that line pretty well represents the dots on here. So that's where that came from. Notice at 20 foot length of 20 centimeters, it was a shoulder height of 120 centimeters. As this went up 10 centimeters to 30, this went up, what would this be? 20, 40, 60, up 60 centimeters. For every time this goes up 10, this goes up 60. 60 divided by 10 is 6. So for every time you increase your foot length by 1, as it's saying right here, every time you increase your foot length by 1, then the shoulder height of that increases by 6. So I wonder if I can just kind of draw a new dot right there. And that's how you figure that out. You're just taking your rise, how much should it go up? 60, divided by your run, 10. 60 divided by 10 is 6. Okay, this one, 400 goes up 400 for every 5,000. So it's two different ways of looking at it for how you get that. It's basically finding your slope of these. How much is it? What's the rise over the run? If you have questions, do not hesitate to call me. Otherwise, good luck on this one, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.